I just had to let you know.
Coach, just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Wait, set, wide, 20.
Watch both toes. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Alert!
Throwing on first down is Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ray. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
No, 66.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
General West.
49, guys.
From the 41, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. A big play there for New England. 48 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ringo. Mike, 49. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 49. Mike, 49.
Sugar.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. An 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Allen. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's Allen to throw again. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. Going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call. And
it's like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass. They'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Oh, another great move.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20. 29
to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come, baby. What do you want? 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Wildville.
Regular. When you hit.
To throw again, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
44 to Mike. Check.
Hey, we got to get three in now.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And some room to run now.
No, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bills' 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shoot. He's coming. Double up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it brings up 3rd down.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Brady. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Brady gives this to White. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
49, guys. Mike.
380, hit. Here we go. 72.
following the penalty. Michelle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Blue there. Undercrush.
Wait, when he hit.
He's coming. We got double up.
Second 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
49. Man, that's trash. Kill. Motion.
Hey, check it.
49's the mic.
Wait, when he hit. You ain't doing nothing. Check it.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Alert. Hey, high 7.
Get him.
Alert.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, dude.
You're not ready. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
When he hit.
Cut. 49's the mic.
Hit. Rip.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
That's not good.
Check.
Brady's going to sneak it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
At the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
We take the win.
Ball set. Mike's 49. 49. 49.
And they will run it with Michelle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
450.
They'll try to run it in. Michelle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And we'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Allen now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. Letting one go deep. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Yeldon as the first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Second and 5 now. Brady. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shifts by him.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run with Collins, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up third down and 9.
Right here. 51. Check.
Throwing is Allen on third, and able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for Bills. First down.
Mike.
Round
First
80.
and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Watch the slant.
Hey, hold.
Watch the twist.
Here we go.
Here's a first down run with Collins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Tight.
Rush in. Watch twist.
Here we go.
They go again with Collins. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Right there. All day, baby.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Alert.
From the gun, it's Allen. Jones has it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
That's another Bills. First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Collins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On play action, Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant.
Check in.
Lucky. Show me
Go.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Tight.
Check 43. Check.
56.
On 2nd down, it's Ware. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready?
Alert, alert, alert.
Check 99.
Go.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rip. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
44 to Mike. Hey, Alabama.
They begin with Michelle on the ground. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Taron Johnson made the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Brady, and he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo, knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Now Brady.
Well, normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now Michelle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From just shy of midfield, Brady looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And it's Michel once again. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
44's the mic, 44's the mic. Check, check. I know he ain't got it. 44's the mic. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Hey, go 66.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Michel. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Switch, switch. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Now watch run, watch run. 49.
Hey, hit! Ozzy!
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady over the middle, complete. It's Ray. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, second!
Brady gives to Michel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Devlin will try to power it in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 2 now, second and goal.
He can't hang it. He's not going to get me.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James Devlin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. To throw is Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Wait, set 29. Alpha.
Don't get nervous.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Pats, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,